Diyos. Maraming salamat po sa buhay at lakas na aming taglay, sa liwanag ng kaisipan at sa pagkakataong maipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Gabayan mo po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na aming gagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkukulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Hello, dear learners! Welcome to Reading and Writing Class Week 5. Before we proceed to the new lesson, let us have a short recap about selecting and organizing information. I will read passages and then your task is to identify the appropriate technique that you can use to effectively select and organize information. Please type in your answer in the comment section below. Number 1. Your teacher asked you to present a thorough explanation that details the step-by-step procedure in conducting research. Which of the following is the appropriate technique for this scenario? Is it letter A, brainstorming, B, free writing, C, outlining, D, graphic organizer? Very good. The correct answer is letter D, graphic organizer. The best way to organize a step-by-step procedure is by using a graphic organizer called flowchart. Number 2. Your group leader in research requested you and your members to share a topic that you find interesting, so the research process will be more fun and engaging for you. Choices are A, brainstorming, B, free writing, C, outlining, D, graphic organizer. Very good. The correct answer is letter A, brainstorming. This technique is used to encourage the members of the group to generate ideas. Number 3. You are assigned to write the introduction of your research. A lot of ideas popped into your mind. What technique will you use to ensure that all ideas will be processed? Is it letter A, brainstorming, B, free writing, C, outlining, D, graphic organizer? Good job! The correct answer is letter B. Free writing is a technique in academic environments in which a person writes continuously for a set period of time without worrying about rhetorical concerns or conventions and mechanics. Number 4. You are instructed to write an essay about the benefits of vaccine during a pandemic. How will you organize your ideas to make sure that each point connects back to your main point? The choices are A, brainstorming, B, free writing, C, outlining, D, graphic organizer. The correct answer is letter C, outlining. An outline is a tool used to organize written ideas about a topic or thesis into a logical order. Now that you have already mastered the techniques in selecting and organizing ideas, it is time to develop these ideas into paragraph form. In today's learning session, the most essential learning competency is to compare and contrast patterns of written text across disciplines. To help you achieve this competency, we need to discuss the different patterns of paragraph development. At the end of this session, you are expected to, number 1, identify the different patterns of paragraph development. Number 2, find out the features of each pattern of development. And number 3, write paragraphs using different patterns of development. What do we mean by a pattern of paragraph development? Most academic essays have a standard structure: introduction, body, and conclusion. Essays also have topic sentences and units of support that constitute the body, and these topic sentences and units of support need to be arranged logically. The strategies that a writer uses in developing these ideas are called patterns of paragraph development. Another way to consider in developing a paragraph is the purpose of the writer. Is the writer's purpose to compare and contrast, to narrate an event, to define a term? Each of these purposes suggests a method of organization or arrangement. In this learning session, we will focus on the discussion of the different patterns of paragraph development. We have 10 patterns of paragraph development. However, in today's session, we will just concentrate on the first 5 patterns of paragraph development. These are narration, description, definition, classification, and exemplification. For a more fun learning experience, let us play a game called Wordgebra. Sounds challenging, right? But this is a very easy task. All you have to do is to complete the concept formula by substituting Y with an appropriate word. Analyze the given words and identify what pattern of paragraph development is being described. Number 1. Story plus event plus sequence equals Y. What do you think is the value of Y? If your answer is narration, then you got it right. Number 2. Details plus sensory images plus paint a picture equals Y. What pattern of development do you think is being described by these sets of words? Good job! The answer is description. Number 3. Concept plus meaning plus enlighten equals Y. What pattern of development can we derive from this group of words? Very good. The answer is definition. Number 4. Category plus groups plus types equals Y. The answer is classification. Number 5. Illustration plus examples plus explain equals Y. Very good. The answer is exemplification. Let us now discuss each pattern of paragraph development. First on the list is narration. The purpose of narration is to tell a story or relate an event. It aims to tell the readers when, where, and what happened. Narration is a useful tool for sequencing or putting details and information into some kind of logical order, usually chronological. When we say chronological, it means the writer follows the order in which they happened. Narrative as a pattern is commonly used in literature. As a method of development, storytelling can be very effective for the simple reason that people love to listen to stories. Even when your purpose is to write an essay that is primarily to inform, analyze, or argue, a narrative paragraph can be effective in establishing your voice in the essay. The following are some transition words used to signal time or sequence order. Here is an example of a paragraph using a narrative pattern. Examine how the writer developed the events using the underlined signal words. You will notice that the first part, which is the topic sentence, gives the reader a glance at what the story will be all about. And then, the succeeding sentences are the events written in chronological order. The writer ended the text by emphasizing how the experience taught him the lesson to respect the elders. Next in our list is description. Description is closely similar to narration because both include many specific details. However, unlike narration, description emphasizes the senses by painting a picture of how it looks like. When you are asked to describe something or someone, you have to give specific and concrete details to create an image in the minds of the readers. As they read the text, they would be able to see, hear, smell, or feel the subject. There are two types of description: objective and subjective description. In the objective description, it looks into factual and scientific characteristics. It is used in reportorial and scientific writing or other writing in which the goal is to present an objective picture of an object or scene. In these writing situations, the writer attempts to stay away from emotional impressions or responses and instead report what is seen. On the other hand, writers use subjective description in fiction. It is used to paint a picture of how he sees a character or how he wants the reader to see a character. Some examples of writing genres that use descriptive paragraphs are literary analysis, descriptive essay, business plans, lab reports, and research papers. Here is an example of a paragraph using a descriptive pattern. The topic sentence tells the readers that the main point of this paragraph will be the characteristics of the writer's dad. To develop that idea, the writer described in vivid detail the physical attributes of the subject, starting from the height, body structure, face, smile, and hair. The concluding sentence sums up the main idea of the paragraph. Next, the definition explains a concept, term, or subject. Its main purpose is to tell what something is. A paragraph of definition aims to give a complete working definition of a term, concept, or idea in your paper. This pattern is useful when you are introducing new concepts or specialized terms to your readers, or when you need to define a key concept in your thesis. In developing a concept, the writer may also discuss the origin, characteristics or features, functions, and effects. For example, if you are writing a paper to explain the benefits of vaccine against COVID-19, you might begin by giving the definition, functions, and effects of vaccine as it relates to the thesis of the paper. This pattern of development is commonly used in sciences, humanities, and business. The definition has two types: scientific definition and subjective definition. Scientific defines concepts in the most factual way, which is often used in scientific, proper, or real-world facts. while subjective defines the objects in a more personal way, usually derived from the author's own experiences and opinion. These are the signal words that a writer may use in developing ideas. Look at the following example. The topic sentence identifies the subject of your paragraph, and in a definition paragraph, you may choose to do that by providing a dictionary definition. The underlined sentences are the supporting details that highlight the features and uses of computers. And lastly, the writer concluded the paragraph by pointing out the benefits of human beings can get from the computers. Moving on to the next pattern, we have classification. It refers to sorting or arranging subjects into groups or categories according to their common and shared characteristics. This pattern allows you to either divide a topic into its parts or to categorize a group of related items or events. When dividing, you begin with one large concept and divide it into individual parts. Think about medicine, for example. Medicine is one of the several branches of science, and it can be divided into numerous categories or specialties. Doctors can specialize in internal medicine, dermatology, the immune system, ears, or eyes. These are the signal words that we may use in classification pattern. In this example, the writer introduced the paragraph with a topic sentence that indicates the subject that will be categorized, the 3 different types of services from different types of restaurants. The supporting sentences identify the different categories with an explanation as to what makes the category different from other categories. And lastly, the writer concluded the paragraph with a sentence relevant to the given categories. Next is exemplification. It provides examples and illustrations to further clarify and explain the concept or subject matter. This pattern uses examples to support topic sentence, and it is useful when your most convincing support is a number of pertinent examples. With this pattern, you provide proof of a more general statement with the weight of the specific instances. These are the examples of signal words that you may use in this pattern. In this paragraph, the author starts with a general statement about teaching English to high school students, and then followed by reasons and examples that support the topic sentence. In the last sentence, the writer reiterates the main idea, saying that teaching English to different kinds of students is indeed a very challenging task. Once again, the 5 patterns of paragraph development are narration, description, definition, classification, and exemplification. For your learning tasks, please answer the activities in your learning module. That would be all for today. Thank you for watching.